Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you
Well,
like
welcome back to another
me.
episode of Getting to Know You. And today we are
Getting to
speaking with Chris
know
MacMillan.
you.
Wonderful guy. Here's Chris. Well, hello, Chris.
Mona, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for taking this time so that we can get to know you. You are a pretty important guy over at Amberlea. You're one of our elders. But tell us, how are you doing in the midst of all of this? It's been a long time, right? That we've
It's
gathered.
been a long haul. Yeah, we are a busy house, so there's always something going on here. Of course, there's Carrie and myself, but there's also our 4 children who are grown, but at this point are still habitating with us. Now, it would be easier if that was just it, but we have friends coming in and out from the children, and so our circle is pretty big as far as people wandering in and out of the house. Yet we have survived, and we've thrived more or less in good health. So it's been an interesting journey so far.
That's great. Now, are you working? Were you back to work? Did you have any time off in the midst of the 6 months that we've been in this?
No, I really didn't have any time off. The work I do allows me to connect up remotely and do that. So I had not done it up to that point, but I was told to get out of the office. So I grabbed everything off my desk, took all my computer stuff and brought it home and set it up. And for the most part, I've been home for the entire time, except for some scheduling of days here and there back in the office to make the place look like it's used.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Tell us what you do for work. What do you do?
Currently, what I'm doing is I am hooking up to the Toronto Hydro wiring schematics, and I work for a vendor that goes out into the world and puts paint marks on the ground to show where the underground utilities are before construction begins. So my job right now is to look at those requests, those tickets that come in for work, and decide whether or not there is any Toronto Hydro in the ground in those areas. And so whether or not that person going out to that site has to look for them or not. So that's my decision based on looking at the Toronto Hydro schematics as given to me through the internet.
Wow. Well, that's very important work because we all need our hydro. So yay for you.
Well, it's not a lot of room for error in that job, because if I say there's nothing and somebody starts to dig, then it gets real serious in a hurry. So
Yeah.
our plan is to protect everybody, the person, the facilities, and certainly the safety of the workers.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for doing all that. So you were saying that there's lots of people in your house. So tell me, how have you managed? Like, what have you used for coping strategies with a house full of people?
Really, our only refuge here is either to go for a drive in the car or lock ourselves into the bedroom and let the rest of the animals roam free across the reservation.
Great. That's great. So one of the questions that I've been asking everybody is, where have you seen God in the midst of this?
Well, where I have is in the steadfast assurance that things are just going to go on. Um, I think the fact that we've been blessed with good health is a great sign for us. There's no guarantees for these kinds of things, but it's important not to let the situation overwhelm your faith. And I think it's important to remember that God's never left the picture, and we need to continue to call on Him to make this work. And my parents were always involved in the church. Their model was hard work and a steadfast faith, and I think that can carry you a long way, especially when there's times that aren't so great. You know, it's not all rejoicing. So I've been able to believe that my whole life that things will go according to the plan, and I just have to be open to what that plan's going to be.
That's awesome. Have there been any moments where you've kind of just stood back and said, wow, like that's God's so in this? Or
Well, my parents are retired up at their cottage, and my niece and her husband have been up there as kind of, well, I call them staff, but they've been working remotely up there and doing the shopping and making the meals and doing the things that just make life easier for them. They were capable of living on their own beforehand, but at the same time, we wanted them to be isolated as possible, and they're already in their cottage. So having someone up there to do most of the running around helps quite a bit for them, and I find that comforting, and I find that again as part of the plan that just worked out for us.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Anything else you want to share with us, Chris?
I know a lot of people would like to get back together at the church, but for many reasons they're hesitant and thinking about it. I know that we're planning on trying to put something together at the end of the month, and as someone that has been lucky enough to participate in the worship part of things, it's exciting for me too to think about that happening in a way that's going to work for everybody, and hopefully our plans and the weather and everything come together, and I think it'll be fun. And it's something that people crave human contact with other people. And when you've been with the same people for 6 months, sometimes you just want to change. Looking forward to other people is exciting in that sense, but there is that cautionary thought with everybody that they want to try and do it in a careful and thoughtful way. So
and so you're talking about the outdoor worship event that we're planning on September the 27th. And that's Sunday late afternoon. And we're trying to do just that, right? Is to create opportunities for community, because you're sick of the people that you're looking at right now.
Well, I think it may be the other way around. There's one person to be possibly voted off the island, except for the fact that I'm the one that does the grocery shopping. So I'm helping.
You've become an essential service.
It's a tricky way to get around the other problems.
That's right.
Make life a little bit smoother, but we're just hoping everybody comes through this well, and then we can slowly start to reintegrate ourselves into the community part of this service, and I think that would be sort of nervous but exciting at the same time.
Absolutely. Chris, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all that you do. You're one of those people at Amberlea that we rely on for all sorts of things. So thank you for your faithfulness, and it was great talking to you. Good getting to know you, Chris.
Good to know me. Thank you. It's a privilege to serve, and whatever we can bring to the table, that's what we need to do for everybody.
That's great. Thanks again, sir. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was great, Chris. Thank you so much. And again, we are so grateful for all that you do at Amberlea. We are going to be doing more of these episodes of Getting to Know You. So if you'd like to be a part, please send us an email at revmona@amberleachurch.ca, and I'll get in contact with you, and we'll set up a time and we'll get to know you. In the meantime, God bless you and be well. Bye.
Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know one